All right, so in Google, you're going to pop in Ventura IP, and the first result will come up is that ventureip.com.au. Now, I've picked Ventura IP because they're a trusted Australian company that I use. I've used them for probably 8 years or so. There are other hosts that you could use, and you would go through a pretty similar process to that, which I'm going to show you today. You're not going to get too much cheaper than Ventura IP. You might through some of the big American companies, but for $9 a year or something like that a month, for hosting, there's really no reason why I wouldn't recommend going with these guys. So we're on ventureip.com.au, and we're going to search for our domain. And in this case, I'm going to go with my dad's business, geelongwinerytours.com.au, but that already exists. He already has a website there. So what we're going to do is actually just put shop at the end of it, and I'm just going to drop the .au. You guys could probably use a if you're on a .com.au, like geelongwinerytours.com.au, you could keep the .au and add shop there, and you'd be fine to go ahead. The reason I'm not using .au today is because I'm setting this up in a completely new account, so you guys can follow along. And I don't have an ABN that I can use to prove that I should be able to get a .au. I don't have my dad's ABN, so we're just going to go geelongwinerytours.shop.com, and because I set this up briefly yesterday, it's going to say it's not available, but when you click that search, it's going to look for it, and it's going to go, yep, let's go to a shop. And it's going to go, yay, it's available. So what you're going to do is actually choose how long you want to register the domain for. So registering a domain just buys the name of the website for you. It doesn't actually give you a website. So we're going to go just 1 year. And we're going to have to attach hosting to that before we go through the checkout process. It's going to encourage us to do that in the next step, I believe. So here's geelongwinerytourshop.com, add hosting. So we've just clicked add hosting, and for the sake of this example, and probably for most of your businesses, if we just use this starter hosting for $8.95 a month, that should be enough. We don't need a really powerful web server or dedicated hosting for this. So it's saying which domain do we want to attach the hosting to? We want to attach it to the only one that's in our cart, and continue on. So you follow along on this same process for, it might be yourbusinessshop.com or whatever it might be. We don't need to do anything here. Continue along. And then we're going to get to the checkout. You're going to add all your details in here. As you can see, I set this up yesterday, so I'm already a customer. But you'll add all your details in. You'll pay by one of these methods here. And when you complete your order, you'll come back over to the login screen and you will log in. So once you've completed your order, jump across into here. And before we log in, I might just say that's the first step. It's to purchase your hosting and your domain registration. In the next video, it'll only be a really short, sharp video, but I'll show you how to install an SSL certificate, which is when you go to HTTPS as opposed to just HTTP. The S signifies that it's a secure site, and you want to do that these days probably on most of your sites. Pretty easy to do. There's not much of a reason not to do it. In the next video, we'll explain that more and also show you how to do it.